everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, and if you're listening in the podcast, thank you so much for being here. So I wanted to come here and give you some breaking news because, as we all know, Palm Sunday is already coming up this Sunday in a week, right? Next week. Today is Sunday, March 26, 2023. I'm here to give you breaking news, and I was like, I can't go, I can't go to sleep. I cannot call that a day without speaking about this because we as people of God, Christ believing people of God, yes, we do need to pay attention to what's happening in the world, okay? Do not let the return of Jesus Christ surprise you, okay? When God calls you to watch and pray, and you're just gonna live in your bubble of your own people, like your friends, family, and your church family, and that's it. You don't want to reach out of that bubble and pray for people. At least if you're not even gonna be there in person, at least you can pray for people. And the only way that you can pray for somebody in need is if you know what is happening with them. Right now, I'm speaking about the land of Israel, right? And what's happening with the massive protests right now. There are crazy videos coming out of the internet, guys. Right now, these people of Israel are out on the streets, okay? They're protesting, they're holding their flag, they're protesting. I do believe that the whole point of this to eventually take out Netanyahu out of power. That's what I'm saying, because of something that he did recently. It says here, Israel protests, mass Israel protests after Netanyahu fires defense prime minister. So that was the thing that that triggered this protest right now. Thousands are out on the street in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, protesting against the prime minister's sacking. It says here, tens of thousands have taken to the streets across Israel after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu fired his defense minister. His name was Yoav Galan, has spoken out against controversial plans to overhaul the justice system in Jerusalem, in Israel, where Jesus was born. And we're just gonna ignore everything that's happening in the world because we don't want to get ourselves upset. This is not about us getting upset, it's to know what is happening, okay? It says here, in Jerusalem, police and soldiers use water cannon against demonstrators. Like I told you guys, go after you watch this video, listening to the podcast, get yourself on Twitter, just search hashtag Israel. You'll see all this footage that's coming out from Israel right now. It's just overwhelming. The protest, they're out on the street, every age. There are people who are being violently hit by the cops, because they're saying they're not gonna go anywhere. These protests are gonna continue. So he's gonna take action against that, to bring the peace, right? He's gonna take action against that. You can see people being hit by the police. The last video that I saw before jumping here was a 13-year-old girl being hit by a police because she was not, stopping. She was resisting arrest, okay? So it says here, a week of destruction has already been planned over the new law. The reforms include plans that will give the government, listen to this, full control over the committee which appoints the judges. They will also make it harder for courts to remove a leader deemed unfit for office, which has angered many who consider the interests of the incumbent Benjamin Netanyahu, who faces an ongoing trial for corruption. And we all know, I don't know if I never came here to do the video, but I believe this past week that just happened, they also were banning the teaching of Jesus in Israel. This is actually happening in the world right now. Like, we're so, we get so caught up into our daily routine, and like I said, we want to live in that bubble of, the people that we love close to us, our friends and family. Nothing wrong with that, but you can't just ignore what's happening. The disciples asked God, how will we know when this time you're returning? Right? And that's in the Bible for us to know, right? Because I'm sure we all have the same question. And then so many people getting visions. I came here and made a video about a vision, prophetic vision, that I saw the sword in the clouds, right? And that was so prophetic to me, so vivid, so alive. And there are people who are getting visions. These things are happening, earthquakes, wars, things, and everything that's happening, and we're just not even going to take care of like our duty as a Christian to pray for people, share the gospel, right? This is why we need to know what is happening in the world, right? It says here that after protesting outside of Mr. Netanyahu's home, the demonstrators, many flying Israel flag, are banging pots and pans, then evading police forces after they are arriving at the Israel parliament. Um, people are angry at him. People are angry at Netanyahu, and I feel like this is really the way that these people are out on the streets is letting me to believe that they just want to remove him out of power because of everything that's changing right now in Israel as we speak. Okay, it says here in early March, fire pilots in elite Israel Air Force squadron bow not to attend training, and in unprecedented protest against the government, they later agreed to attend and hold talks with their commanders. So people are rebelling, right? People are rebelling. They don't want to follow what they're being told to do. And when people are against the government, they're out on the street, they're protesting. And, it's just crazy, and it's crazy that we're entering Holy Week. I know a lot of people travel to Israel these times, right? A lot of tourists, people who go and want to take sightseeing, especially the Holy Land, see where Jesus walked when he was on this earth physically and all of that. So I just it's overwhelming, like I said, the footage that's coming out of Israel. So we have to pray for the land, right? We have to pray for the people living there. So before you go to bed tonight, everybody, pray for the families, everybody who's affected by this right now in Israel. And even like a lot of the times, it's what I say all the time, just because it's not happening outside our window, we shouldn't just discard it as, I'm not gonna bother with that. It's so crazy because I actually felt I'm like, I have to speak about it. I cannot just see Israel going through something like this and let it go. I feel like such a responsibility being a Christ believing people, and Jesus this and talking about Jesus, reading the Bible and doing that, and then seeing Israel, what is going to Israel right now. I'd be like, I don't want to talk about it right now. We as Christ believing people, we have to unite more than ever. There's a reason. I think Israel is such. You have to understand, like, out of all the places in the world, if you're not, let's make it as basic as possible. For all the places in the world, God chose Israel to be the land where Jesus was gonna be born, right? So let's just think about that for a moment. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel and listening to this podcast. Have a good night, everybody. God bless. Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know more about me, you can always visit www.JulissaDesigns.com. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.